Hello and welcome to Everything To Guppy, the podcast where we talk about every single item, every single enemy, every single everything in the Binding of Isaac. I'm William Hughes, and I'm joined, as always, by the mirror that has two faces, Gary Butterfield.
It's me, the mirror who has two faces.
Yeah, starring Barbara Streisand. Barbara Streisand
Captain
stars in
Gaunter.
you. And who?
Captain Gaunter O'Dim.
Oh, sure. You're going with a Witcher thing.
Yeah.
Gary, we can't
But I did to the Bucky O'Hare theme.
Yeah.
So...
yeah, it's a rich comic pageantry. Tapestry? Pagestry.
Pagestry.
Yeah, Gary, we can't start by having a fight over how you let Gaunter O'Dim live and how it's the worst thing you've ever done in a video game.
No, we certainly can't. We can end with it, though.
Yeah.
Look forward to the end of the week.
We can end it right the fuck now. We were talking about doing shorter episodes. This can be a real briskin.
Yeah. The
Duality is good. Fuck off.
Yeah, we're doing short episodes for a couple weeks because I gotta skip a week of recording. So apologies in advance for people who are listening to Everything To Guppy for the 45-minute deep dives
on the date on the most relevant day's events too, because next week we're going to be out of date.
Yeah. For the first, remember when we first started the show and we were like 7 months ahead?
Oh, wasn't that nice, Gary?
I actually, here's a legit thought.
Wasn't that bad, Gary? I don't care. I was just saying it to fill the space.
No.
I'll have whatever opinion you fucking want.
Yeah. It wasn't so much about letting Gaunter O'Dim live. It was about punishing his victim.
Gary, listen back. I said that sounds great and that sounded bad with the exact same cadences. I don't mean anything.
I know.
I'm dead inside.
Not new. So I think the fact that we got so far ahead in that really did. I think that only under several months worth of shows with no feedback could this show have developed the way it did.
Gary, I think that's a good point. Although we've had feedback for a long time and the show has only gotten dumber. Well,
no, it like calcified. Like if we started and we were like, people were like immediately like, oh, haha, like I'm joining in on your jokes like immediately. I think that we would have been contrarian douchebags about it.
And would have gone straight unfunny?
Yeah, like done something like different. I don't know what we would have done, but we wouldn't have been good. Like, I think that the non-supervision of this podcast was very key to its creation.
Gary, and continues to this day as listenership drops by the week.
Yeah.
That's the running joke that's also true. I love it.
Yeah, Duckfeed's most hemorrhaging, the slow hemorrhage, Everything To Guppy.
Just a long, slow bleed of interest from all involved.
Yeah, it's okay. I understand. There's every week is offboarding week.
I hope that one day people will listen back to this show and realize that it is a beautiful charting of the process of dementia.
I hope that
just two men sundowning.
Like when I think about Everything To Guppy listeners, I think about how you make like sea salt by getting a bunch of salt water and letting it, dry out in the sun. Mm-hmm. So the remaining fans are more concentrated than when we had more listeners. And my hope is that they will replenish the listenership by teaching their kids.
Whereas I think about how CISO is made by getting Scott Aukerman and the McElroys to make TV shows. Yeah.
And what a triumph.
R.I.P. Quibi.
Duality.
This is great. This is a great item. Yeah.
We're getting into the zone of items I don't have a lot of experience with.
Yeah, we are moving pretty firmly into like the content packs. I don't think we're quite there yet, but this is an Afterbirth Plus item.
Yeah. Once we get to Afterbirth Plus, like some of this stuff are green unlocks I've never gotten because I find green very difficult.
Yeah.
And things I haven't found, but never stopped us before.
Do you mean keeper unlocks?
Yes, I do. This is
and that was another Everything To Guppy gotcha.
Yeah, correction. Put 2 seconds on the clock.
You wrong.
And time's up.
Gary, can I fucking say how much I love that 2 second clock?
Yeah, it's really useful. You can get a lot done in 2 seconds.
But paradoxically, it's fairly hard to fuck up your life in 2 seconds.
I don't know if I agree with that.
That was a fun trick, because then your brain just thought about a lot of ways you could.
I was just timing all the things I've done that have made my life worse and how long they took.
Yeah, all these things that I've done.
Yeah, I got soul.
But Gary, you are not a soldier.
I have a Kia Soul, but I'm not a Kia Soldier. You know, like the cut. This is a little black and white cookie. To me, it looks like one of those delicious little frosting buddies.
It does look like that. I think it's just supposed to be like light and darkness.
Yeah, it's
like
it's
those
a
guys from that
yin-yang
episode
thing.
of Star Trek.
Yeah, duality, the concept. You know, can I have light without dark?
Duality, the concept album.
Ooh,
Gary, do you want to pivot from doing a podcast to doing a prog rock concept album?
Yeah. What instruments do you know?
Tuba.
Okay.
Vocals. And when you loaned me that keyboard, I taught myself to play All-Star.
That's. Well, I think we're halfway there.
half, and then you provide the other half once you learn some instruments.
I'll learn how to play electric guitar, drums, better keyboard and bass.
I also know how to make songs in Mario Maker, where I made All-Star in Mario Maker, my most successful Mario Maker level 2 ever.
Yeah. God, the prog All Stars basically writes itself.
God, Gary, it's one of those ideas where I'm smiling to myself, thinking about the possibilities.
We'd have to. What we do is we name the album like Geddy Lee, Emerson, Lake, Palmer, Robert Fripp, and call ourselves the Prog All Stars. But really, it's just us playing All Star in a prog arrangement.
Yeah.
And the name of all those prog legends was just, you know,
it was just a smoke
fuck
screen.
things up.
It was just a red herring the whole time, like communism.
We have to say what this item does.
Gary, we got to say what this item does, or else, oh my God, all the trouble we'll be in.
You gotta stop derailing me away from saying what the item does.
Okay, so that's how we're putting the blame today.
No,
all right.
Go listen back, man. It's like my fourth attempt.
Gary, you brought up the idea of this being a black and white cookie.
Well, yeah, but that's on topic. Because you can't have the black and white cookie without the white and black cookie. When you get this, so Angel Room or Devil Room item, one of the very few. Mm-hmm. And it means if you get an Angel or Devil Room, you also get the other one.
Yeah, so this will not guarantee the Angel or Devil Room. You still need like Goat Head or something for that, or literally the next item.
Next item we're talking about.
But this does give you the choice, and that's very powerful because sometimes you very much want a defensive item, like you might get in the Angel Room. You know, I'm on the record as liking the Angel Room a bit more than the Devil Room. More often.
I am
than not.
now in repentance. I am. I've joined you because they've made it a lot better. Also, you can kind of feather the throttle in terms of your health. Like you take devil deals, but maybe things get a little too spicy, and it's like I want some free shit.
Because normally taking a devil deal, at least in old Isaac, locked you out of the Angel Room basically forever. I think it's slightly more nuanced now, but
it is, but it still is less likely. I think you have to skip a devil deal to get your chance back.
Yeah.
So yeah, this helps a lot. I always want the option.
This is a game where options are always good, and having them in this one is this particular set of choices is a very powerful set.
We should note that you don't get to go into both. Once you go into one, it closes the other one.
Oh, thank you, Gary.
Yeah.
If we had missed
very
that,
important.
Oh my God, the notes we would have gotten.
We would have gotten added.
Oh my God, that's all I want to avoid in life, Gary, is to not ever get added. I want to get liked. I want to get retweeted. I'll take a quote teat if you're quote teat. I'll take a quote teat if you're nice.
I'll suck a quote teat.
I'll
suck on the quote teat of Big Twitter.
Oh, Gary, I'm gonna say a phrase, and I want you to. This will be a cliffhanger.
Quote unquote teat.
Twitter milk.
All right. Well, this will be continued in the next episode of Everything to Guppy,
where we get Gary's live, unconsidered reaction to the phrase Twitter milk.
No review this time, so I can keep that fresh in my head. But patreon.com/Duckfeed.tv, and good night.
Good night.
Twitter milk.
Dictated that one by fiat, buddy.
Well,
no review.
I need to keep Twitter milk in my head.